So this might sound kind of strange, but one of my favorite things to do is to walk or to run through cemeteries. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of surrounded by, well, dead people. That's true. But, like, the truth is, I love the sense of history. The idea that everybody who's here lived a life and had a story. So I find it really peaceful. And I love in St. Louis, we have some amazing cemeteries with all kinds of history and famous people buried in them. You can find maps and look at the tombstones and see all kinds of influence. Dred Scott, the famous slave who tried to escape for freedom. Uh, Adolphus Busch, the guy who started the Anheuser-Busch brewery. All kinds of famous people. I'm here walking through the Bellefontaine Cemetery in North St. Louis and just surrounded by this history. But one of the things I love about walking through cemeteries is I was reminded once upon a time that the most important date on a headstone is not the day you were born or the day that you died. It's the dash in between. Because that dash is the marker of the life that we live. That dash is all the days of our life, all the things that we did. The most important day of your life is not the day you're born or the day you die. It's everything you do in between. But what I also love about headstones is that the biggest name on the headstone isn't your first name. It's not you individually. It's almost always your last name. The name of your family, because so often families are buried together. Husbands, wives, children. Because we don't just belong to ourselves, we belong to a family. Everybody has a family. Some are messy, some are complicated, some are full of love, some are less encouraging, but we all come from a family. Some of us have the family we're born with. Some of us have the family we're adopted into, but we all have a family. And our families impact us. Like, it's not just us, and we're not just ourselves, but the choices our parents make and our siblings make impact us. And the choices we make impact those around us. And have you ever had a big plan, something you were really excited about, and then your younger brother got in trouble and it just changed everything? We can't do that anymore. Now we got to deal with this. Or your parents got sick and they were your ride, and so all of a sudden you couldn't do that. Or maybe there's all kinds of expectations on you because of who your parents are, what your last name is. Well, you're so-and-so's kid, so you must be like this. And the truth is, that's how family works. We don't belong just to ourselves, we belong to a family. In the Old Testament book of 1 Samuel, there's a priest and a prophet named Eli. And Eli's in charge of the temple, and he does everything God asked. He's truthful, he's honest, he leads the people well, but he has two sons, and they're the opposite of that. They break every rule, they take advantage of everybody they can take advantage of. They hurt people, they steal, they abuse women around the temple. Everything about them is rotten. And God goes to Eli and says, Eli, what's wrong with your kids? And he says, God, I don't know. I didn't know they were doing all this. And then he starts to get word about all that's going on. And he goes to his sons and says, sons, I've heard all these terrible reports. What are you all doing? And they just say, I don't know, Dad. We got our own ideas. And so God says, Eli, I blessed you with all of these things, but the truth is, this is going to be the end of the blessings for your family because of what your sons have done. See, the lives we live impact the family around us, and the lives our families live impact us. Just like in a cemetery, we all belong to a family. And the question I think the story of Eli and his sons invites us to ask is, are you a blessing to your family? Are you encouraging your family? No family is perfect, but are we doing the best we can to make our family the best it can be? You know, no tree exists on its own, but its roots are tied to the rest of the forest. And the health of the forest dictates the health of the tree. And so are you helping the roots of those around you grow deeper and stronger in Jesus and in love? That's the question we have to ask today.